The Catholic Business Organization of Western Massachusetts gathers 9 times a year, beginning each event with Mass, followed by a dinner, reception, and guest speaker. At a recent meeting, they welcomed a standout keynote speaker, Alessandro DeSanto, co-founder of Hallow, the #1 Catholic prayer and meditation app. His presence drew a large gathering of guests and new members. Nick Morganelli brings us more.
As always, the group began their gathering with the Holy Mass. Monsignor Christopher Conley, spiritual director to the organization, served as the celebrant.
Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses.
These leaders believe deeply in the power of integrating faith and their work. Following Mass, members came together for dinner, beginning with a cocktail reception and time to mingle and network. This meetup featured new members and prospective new members as well. CBO President John Dowd greeted attendees.
Welcome, everybody. We've got a full house tonight, which is terrific. We also have a younger representation, which brings down the average age. Thank you, guys and girls. We appreciate that.
The reason for the full house may have been the young entrepreneur keynote speaker.
This is probably our biggest speaker that we've had so far with the Catholic Business Organization of Western Mass.
Vice President Buzz Travers had the honor of making the introduction.
Alessandro DeSanto is one of the co-founders at the Hallow app, which is the #1 Catholic app in the world. He was raised in a large Italian-American family in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. He's a proud product of Catholic education from kindergarten through college.
Alessandro graduated from Notre Dame University. While working in the financial sector, he realized something was missing.
Hallow does not exist because we tried to sit down and come up with a great business plan or really thought about what the church needed. It was very much the unexpected result of our own spiritual journeys. Having gone through Catholic school, passed all the theology tests, and thought as a result that I had figured out God. I knew a lot about the what's of the faith, but I didn't allow that to affect the day-to-day of what I was actually doing.
Two of his closest college friends, Eric Carreques and Alex Jones, the other co-founders, had similar journeys.
I was raised Catholic, but fell away from my faith, unfortunately. In high school and college, would have considered myself atheist or agnostic for most of that time.
In experimenting with meditation, Alex's journey led him to Catholic prayer.
Had this deeply transcendent, contemplative experience, felt God's overwhelming presence in that moment. It was a big, kind of warm hug of love. Knew immediately he was real.
Where the disciples ask Jesus how they should pray, and he gives them the Our Father. And hallow was the word that stuck out to me, and hallowed be thy name.
To hallow something means to make holy, which means to be set apart. From that interior search for our own vocational calls, the kind of hallow sprang out of that. Has anyone heard of the Hallow app before?
Many had, because they have utilized the app in their own prayer life.
Outside of maybe having children and being married, it's the most humbling experience, certainly of my somewhat still young life, to be able to get up every day, work with your friends to go help people come to know God. So if there's one thing that we've learned over the last 6+ years at this point, it's to surrender to God's will.
Alessandro also offered a prayer.
Help us quiet our minds and our hearts so that we can hear your voice and follow your will. Ultimately, it's about discerning his will for you, knowing that he wants what's best for you, and really going through that process. And on the business side, how is he calling you to use your gifts that he's given you to help glorify him and those around you?
Buzz took this part of his talk to heart.
We need to take some time to really think and say, is God calling me in this direction or another direction?
Extend your grace into the busyness of our lives so that we may learn to be still and notice your presence.
Molly Hebert and her husband Dakota, chief marketing officer of the local check writers business, had takeaways from the evening.
Different age brackets are all using Hallow, and they use them in different seasons of their lives. Me, as a busy mom of soon to be 6, I'm in the car saying the rosary in 15 minutes waiting to pick kids up, or saying the Divine Mercy Chaplet on the way to, baseball practice or soccer practice.
Catholic business leaders should have really a responsibility or an obligation to really ask God what He wants out of any decision. As a business leader, it's really helpful and refreshing to hear somebody talk about that, so I plan on using that.
Help us trust in you so that you can hallow our lives. Amen.
The Catholic Business Organization continues to grow its network and support it by blending faith, fellowship, and entrepreneurship. If you're a Catholic business owner or know one, a guest invitation is open for their upcoming events. Contact Buzz Travers at 413-262-6859. Building business Catholic style for Real to Real, I'm Nick Morganelli.
Great to see the Catholic Business Organization continuing to inspire its growing network by blending faith, fellowship, and entrepreneurship.